What's up, guys? Iceman here. Welcome to another garage video. Blessings to ye. Blessings to my patrons and channel members. May your contributions be brought back to you sevenfold. And blessings to those who like this damn video. Links in the description below. So, Project Diablo 2 Season 8. Or is it Season 7? Season 7 or 8 begins today. Alright? And there's a lot of nice additions in Project Diablo 2 compared to what we get in Diablo 2 Resurrected. A lot of which are things that we have been asking for some time as Diablo 2 fans. And as far as I see it, Project Diablo 2 is the best way to play Diablo 2 as of right now. You get a big-ass stash. You get a section in your inventory that's dedicated to charms. You can even lock it now, apparently, so you don't accidentally swap a charm out with an item while you're sifting through your inventory. You don't accidentally sell a charm. Things like that, because there's a lot of hotkeys now. You hold control, you left click, you right click, and all that shit. And things happen. Made to put items into your stash from your inventory, or from your inventory to your stash, to your cube, to sell items, things like that. Just one of the many additions. It's nice and smooth now, dog. They have really enhanced the frame rate. I don't know how the hell they did it, but your character runs around all smooth like now. You know how it used to be choppy? It's not really like that anymore. When you play classic Diablo 2, it's kind of misleading, I think, in D2R, where you hit that key and it goes to the old graphics. I think they made sure to put it in a very, very shitty frame rate, so it makes you never want to go back to the old graphics. I think it's even worse than the original frame rate, which I think was 24 frames per second. But no, Project Diablo 2, it looks nice and smooth, all right? And of course, we get the classic character models. We get the assassin, we get the Amazon, we get the sorceress. All in their original variations, all right? So do you think it's a good thing that Blizzard didn't give us any updates for this season in Diablo 2 Resurrected? Let me know in the comments below. I'm curious if you guys think about this. For a minute, I was a bit disappointed, all right? Of course, this YouTube channel is almost made entirely, now anyway, on Diablo 2 Resurrected. I think it's where a lot of the views come from, so I just decided to go forward with that. I was playing PD2 for a while, but then D2R was a thing, and it was kind of a big thing. And of course, a lot of the Diablo content creators, they started making videos in D2R, and I just started doing that as well. But I'm kind of thinking I want to try some PD2 again. And I'm wondering if it's gaining momentum. I mean, a lot of people were upset with Diablo 4, for example. Do you think that game sucks dick? Let me know in the comments below. How are they going to get out of that mess? It seems like a lot of the players have quit, and I just don't know if they're going to come back. A lot of those players went to Path of Exile, Some of them just put down the controller and went outside. Others went back to Diablo 2 Resurrected. But this is a big thing, man. This Project Diablo 2 thing. And whatever the hell's going on with Blizzard. In my last video, I speculated that maybe Blizzard decided to not add any changes to Season 5 D2R to try and get people to go over to play Diablo 4. Because if they make an ass season for Diablo 2, they know that there's no hype around it at all. So who's going to want to play it? Except for just the really diehard fans. But then the rest of the people are just going to scatter along the wayside. And then they're trying to really make this next thing for Diablo 4 really big, I think. What is it, that Season 2 that starts in October? And then I speculated that maybe they got rid of the Paragons in Diablo 3, or they nerfed the Paragon leveling to have a cap of 800 to get those diehard fans who grind the Paragon for months. They're not going to have that grind anymore. So the casuals, I think, with Diablo 3 often quit within just a couple weeks of playing. And then there were the diehard fans who would just keep grinding and grinding for months, just trying to get as high in Paragon as possible. But now the cap is 800, and that only takes a couple weeks to get to. So I'm guessing they're going to be done then. And my speculation was that they did all this shit to get people to play Diablo 4. But I could be wrong. I'm not sure. It was just speculation. But then some of you have commented of how it's a good thing that Blizzard didn't make any changes to D2R for Season 5. Because the last time they did that, it kind of fucked shit up. They made that Mosaic rune word, which many claim is vastly overpowered. And from what I've seen, it definitely seems to be the case. And you remember what they did when it first came out, Diablo 2 Resurrected? Do you remember how... I mean, it seems like they had some intern or something who was told to get rid of the bugs. And then the one bug they got rid of was the ethereal armor bug, which everybody liked. You remember that bug where you have an ethereal body armor and you put it in the cube? Like you find one with no sockets, and it couldn't be superior either, so it would be cubable. And you'd put it in the cube, and you'd put in a perfect topaz, a tal rune, and a thul rune, I think was the recipe. And then you transmute it, and it put random sockets in the armor, 1 to max, and it would give the armor an enhanced 50% hidden buff to its defense. So all of a sudden, its base defense would go way up, and that was awesome. Everybody loved it. You'd get fortitudes that had like 4,000 defense or something like that. It was awesome. So it seems like when this whole thing released, because of course they didn't give us an increased stash, or they did give us a little bit of a stash, but it's not nearly big enough. It needs to be much bigger. In Project Diablo 2, you get a massive stash, and you get like 10 tabs or something. So that's pretty much all they did. They gave us, they made the stash just a little tiny, teeny, eensy, weensy bit larger, and then they gave us a couple tabs for it. But they didn't give us stackable runes. They didn't give us a loot filter. They didn't even give us the ability to stack the damn gems. But what they did is they got this intern to come in there, and it seems like the intern, what they did is they just Googled it. They Googled bugs in Diablo 2, because they're told that their job was to get rid of the bugs, right? That's probably what happened here. There were the single person who worked on this, who gave it the green light before it was released. They were told to get rid of the bugs, is my guess. So they Googled bugs in Diablo 2. And then all of a sudden, the first thing that came up in Google was the armor bug, e-bug thing. So then, without even looking into what it was, they're like, oh, I got to get rid of that. And then they got rid of it. They got rid of one of the things that made the end game a little bit more exciting. Just the search for those ethereal body armors. But that's gone. So, point being, is they kind of fuck shit up when they touch it. Don't they? So maybe it's best they don't touch it. And this is more fuel for the fire to get people over to Project Diablo 2. I'm thinking Project Diablo 2, this might be the biggest season they've had yet. Because a lot of you guys had made comments in my recent videos of how you're going to go back and play some PD2. So I'm going to make a couple of videos on Project Diablo 2, maybe some of the new updates that they have going on. But yeah, I'm going to play some. I'm thinking about making the Assassin. We'll see how that goes. Looking forward to it. Maybe a Trap Sin, maybe a Blade Sin. I don't even know yet. But that's kind of what I'm thinking I'm going to be doing. But what the hell's with gaming today? What's with all these AAA companies just going a different way from what the demand, the way that the demand wants them to go? You know what I mean? What do you think is with that? Like there's that game Wokefield or something where you fly around in spaceships and you go into outside space and there's aliens and shit. But it just seems like from what I've seen of that game that game's complete ass. And my concern is that's the same company that's supposed to be making the next Elder Scrolls game. And I was looking forward to the next Elder Scrolls game. I was hoping to live stream it on this damn channel, but is that game going to be complete ass too? What is with all this bullshit? It's like one of the only games that I like playing right now is World of Warcraft Classic. But even that, man, there's the bots and shit all over the place. They're farming the gold, and everybody is in a big hurry to just get to the end game. Everybody's using their real money to buy all this gold and shit. What the fuck? It ruins the game, man. It's supposed to be a spiritual journey. You go to the dead mines, do all those early dungeons. These games are supposed to be spiritual journeys, alright? But what's with video games these days? Let me know in the comments below. There's something weird going on, man. There's some shit in the water or something that these devs are drinking. Because people are just abandoning these games, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, I'm going to be on Project Diablo 2 today, so yeah, I'll be making a couple of videos on that. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace be with you.